Hey, hey, what's going on? It's Cerupidus, and we are back drafting Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and I am looking right at Adeline. Oh yeah. This card is absurdly good, and a great reason to be white. My favorite thing about this card is that it won me my last in-person draft with a bunch of my friends. I absolutely crushed it. I got past like 2 borrowed times, I had 2 Adelines, and even more good stuff. It was absurd, and we are definitely going to first pick Adeline. I love it. Let's go. Alright, I think Lunar Frenzy is a reasonable follow-up to Adeline. The problem is that red-white is easily the worst archetype. That being said, I think it's one of the best cards in the pack. Oh no, I really don't want to be red-white, but I mean, Lunar Frenzy is absurdly good. You get a bunch of mana, and you can win a combat on the cheap, or you can win the game later. Yeah, okay. Well, Gavony Dawnguard is an awesome card. I mean, if that wasn't here, I don't even really know what I would take. Like, Eaten Alive is pretty good. Burn the Accursed is reasonable. Siege Zombie is a good card, but we're not anywhere close to wanting that. Although, I kind of feel like with Adeline it might be okay, but realistically, these want to be attacking. Like, they come into play tapped and attacking, so they're not really a great combo with Siege Zombie. They are reasonable enough with Eaten Alive, though. Anyway, I think we're taking this Dawnguard. I think that's an easy one. Okay, now there's some interesting choices here. There's Dawnheart Mentor, which I think is quite good. Clarion Cathars is very good as well, but I kind of feel like we should go with Trapper. This is just a great white card, and I'm gonna kind of go out of my way to play Adeline. I don't know that I should be married to it. I tend to overcommit to like my first couple of picks more than I should, but you know what? I kind of feel like if you're not getting excited about rares and maybe making a few drafting mistakes playing them, then I don't know. You're not even human, right? You're just a robot. Anyway, let's take Trapper. Okay, I don't hate Flare of Faith, but maybe I should just take Cathartic Pyre. It's probably a little bit better. You do kind of want to play around with like some small ball removal. And I think Lunar Frenzy is good enough to play, and so is Cathartic Pyre. Like, it can be a removal that helps you win a combat, or later, you know, if you hang on to a couple of lands, even one land, like, you get to discard it and cash it in for a new spell. Perhaps not amazing, but I do actually think it's probably the pick. Oh god, are we really red-white? This is terrible. This is already a disaster. Well, there's Silversmith, and he's very good. I'm gonna take him. Okay, I think I'll take Flare of Faith now. We should have a lot of humans already. Like, these should all be human. Yeah. This card is good. You can beat a removal spell, or it's just a huge pump. Alright, I really don't want any of these red cards, so I'm just going to take Clarion Cathars. We don't need to switch on Coven right now, but it is good at that, and it just makes a few bodies. It's a reasonable curve topper. If I can, I would like my curve to stop at 4 and get lots of 1-drops. Alright, Morning Patrol is also pretty good, so we're going to take that. Yeah, I guess I could take Raise the Effigy. It's a reasonable enough combat trick and could randomly snipe an artifact, although that's almost never important. Maybe it's supposed to be just Sun Gold Barrage, but we already have a lot of 3s, and I think Sun Gold Barrage is, like, pretty bad. Yeah, do I even want Foragers? Not really. Might be okay. I just hate this card. It never does the thing you want it to do. And we're kind of small balls, so having cheap removal spells is probably better. Immediately Punished, but I don't think not having Sun Gold Barrage is going to ruin the deck or anything. Take another Flare of Faith. Festival Crasher is interesting, but I don't think he really wants to be in this archetype. He could definitely be okay, though. But I like having multiple copies of these. This is absolutely the best combat trick, like, way better than Raise the Effigy. Furthermore, the fewer red cards I play, the better off I think I'm going to be. Like, I would like to not play Foragers, but it's good to have, I guess. These 2 red cards are legitimately good, though. And a Bounding Wolf to round things out. Well, our rare is a white card, but it is not a good card, unfortunately. Certainly not for limited, but Infernal Grasp is quite good, and that's just straight up better than Cathartic Pyre, and we might not need Lunar Frenzy. Also, I would like to just not be red-white, so I think I'm going to take Infernal Grasp. Well, there's Hallowed Respite, but I don't know that's what we want to be doing. Not really a black card we can take. Outrider is definitely reasonable. Could be better than something. Like, we're not doing Beloved Beggar, I don't think. If we ended up black-white, though, that might actually be kind of good. But so would Outrider, and I guess I don't know that I'm going to end up white-black. Maybe I would rather just have Homestead Courage. I do think this card is actually a little bit better than people give it credit for. When you're, like, a one-drop heavy aggro deck, which I would like to be. I think I'm going to take this, even though it's kind of a crazy pick. Alright, I don't really like Cathar's Call, but I do like Moonrager's Slash. We're not good at flipping it to Night, but they're, like, our red-white's uncommon, which we should be the only person at the table that wants it, does care about flipping it to Night, and then we could try to pick up a few others. Like, we could take, Sanctifiers or something to make it better. Don't really want Cathar's Call particularly. So it's kind of between Slash and Silverbolt, and I think I like Slash a little bit more because it can go face. Now there's a Can't Stay Away, which is interesting. And an Eaten Alive. This is the card I was talking about. If we do end up red-white, you do end up wanting to, like, flip it from day to night. But I think I'm going to take Can't Stay Away. Like, it gets back in Adeline, which is kind of huge. Yeah, I'm going to take this. Right, now there's a Foul Play. Another Morning Patrol and a Bat Whisper. I think I'm going to take Foul Play. Move into black-white. I think that seems sweet. Yeah, now I think we can take Eaten Alive. This does make me wish I had taken that 0-4, but I think having the non-conditional removal over the damage removal is going to be better for us. Let's get these red cards out of here. We might be able to splash Lunar Frenzy, but we'll see. I don't know if I want a third Flare of Faith. That seems like a lot. So maybe it's just supposed to be Mask? Yeah, okay. Well, there's a Mask. I mean, I guess I should have taken the Flare. I don't know. Three feels like a lot. I'll just take the Mask, but I don't think I'm going to play it. Well, Curse came back. Should we just take the rare? We should just take the rare. Yeah, I'll take another rare. We're not moving into blue-white, unfortunately. I do think it would be pretty good, but I like all my black removal. Alright, we can take a Soul Guide Gryff here. I think that's okay. If we're going to be black-white, we may end up going a little bit bigger, so I think that's a fine pickup. Yeah, we'll take the Sanctifier. Maybe I just actually want Ritual Guardian. Not clear. I don't really think I want Sanctifier. Okay. Putting a bunch of counters on a lifelinker can definitely be a way to win the game, so. Well, there's a Dawnheart Wardens, but I don't think that's what we're doing. There's also a Play with Fire, which is pretty good. And then, like, if I had Cathartic Pyre, Moonrager's Slash, if I already had Play with Fire, then Flame Channeler would get interesting, but I kind of like what we're doing right now. So let's take a look at the curve. We have kind of a lot of threes, but so Can't Stay Away cares about threes, and so does Gavony Dawnguard. So things that are 3 or less are going to get a bit better, so I think I'm just going to take Shady Traveler. A Menace guy that I could throw a couple counters on is actually pretty annoying, and he's a human for Flare of Faith, so while this is not a great card, I don't think you want to play too many copies of Eaten Alive. I do think it's a reasonable enough card for our deck. Ooh, so Rite of Oblivion is definitely something we want, although we're not very good at sacrificing things. But we do have Adeline to make tokens, and we do have a Cathars, so we might be able to get there that way. Plus, Morning Patrol is okay to sacrifice, so I think we're definitely taking this. I mean, it feels open. I could be wrong about that. Oh, man. And there's an Obsessive Astronomer. Okay, like red-white was also open, so I don't know if what we're doing is right, but I do kind of prefer to follow the removal, although... So I think I'm going to take Burn Down the House, because we could swerve back into red, and this card is really, really strong. The modality of it is what does it. Like, making the 3 1/1 hastes that are more or less unblockable is pretty sweet. Let's take it. I'm also noticing I have, like, no 2-drop creatures, which is kind of a huge problem. Okay, we can definitely take Lunarch Veteran now. That's a good one for us. Oh, and there's an Angel Fire Ignition? Oh, boy. Oh, should I switch back to red? I mean... Maybe I can get some of those Flame Channelers back. Yeah, let's take it. Okay, let's put our red cards back in, then. There's another Slash, but we probably need to take some, like, actual creatures at this point, but I'm not quite sure. Can I just put you in my deck, please? There we go. Yeah, let's take the Slash. I guess I'll take Ritual of Hope, maybe? We should be fairly good at turning on Coven. The problem is that we don't have any 2-drops. That is a huge problem. I'm gonna take the Ritual, though. Yeah, I'll take another Flare of Faith. Don't think I'm getting back any of those 2-drops. Yeah, now there's like a late Shadow Beast sighting. Man, this draft was weird. Take Unruly Mob in the effort to have a 2-drop at all. Alright, there's a Festival Crasher. That's actually kind of good. I think we're cutting these black cards. Going something like this. Yeah, maybe we can cut Ritual Guardian, although... Yeah, this grants lifelink, so I think that's enough of an effect. How many creatures do we have? 11? That's not enough. We'll take Perforator, though. This is kind of a creature. Probably don't need all 3 Flare Faiths. Take another Homestead Courage. Okay, so my problem is definitely not having enough creatures. So let's take everything out and see where we end up. We probably need to just play all the creatures we have because we're so light on them. So we'll start with that, I think. Alright, so that's 13 cards. Probably have to play Famished Foragers, maybe even both. And like a Courage, 2 Flare Faiths. That gets me 14 creatures. That's probably not bad, although this archetype is just terrible, and I don't expect to really perform with it. But we also haven't done one of these yet, and I think with Angel Fire Ignition and Burn Down the House, this is like... At least, and Adeline, this is at least like a reasonable enough iteration of it, but we can check out how bad it is at winning in just a bit. Yeah, I just feel like we have to play the red creatures, because black, while it gave us a lot of great removal spells, it only gave us Shady Traveler. So I feel like this is the move. Do we want to play 17 lands? I mean, I have 2 Famished Foragers and a Cathartic Pyre, so we could probably get away with that. Let's add some cool lands. We'll probably go 9 white, yeah, because of Adeline and Gavony Dawnguard, and 8 red. Despite the fact that we have burned down the house, we really need to cast these on time. That's going to be very important. Unruly Mob is obviously terrible in our deck, but I think we have to play it. That, though, is really the only, like, actual terrible card in our deck to me. Yeah, we're not really going wide, so I don't think I want Ritual of Hope. All right, let's do it. I mean, we can cast Adeline, but it being the first threat we present is pretty terrible. But I'm going to keep this anyway. The mana's good, and hopefully we draw something to do before Adeline. We do not. Alright, they cast an A-bomb. It is a little bit tough for blue-red to deal with Adeline having 4 toughness on turn 3. So I'm just gonna jam it. I'm not gonna block because I don't want to get Adeline killed by a burn spell. Okay, so something we could do here is Cathartic Pyre the Thermal Alchemist. And I think I want to do that first because I feel like if they've got a kill spell or a bounce spell for Adeline, they'll play it then. But does that really get me anything? I mean, it gets me to not play Homestead Courage on nothing. But I do want to kill that. It's like a central card to the blue-red archetype, so I think killing it's a good idea. Okay. The annoying part about this is they could still have Geist Wave. Oh, man. I think I'm doing this anyway, though. This is definitely very all-in, but I also think that going all-in with red-white is not something you can realistically avoid. But they didn't have the Geist Wave, so that's good news. And what I like about this is that it gets Adeline off of 5 toughness, so she can't get Burn Me Cursed. That is nice. Ooh, hold up. Did I just win the game? I think I just won the game. That seemed strong. All right, GG. All right, I mean, we have burned down the house. Like, maybe we can win the game that way. Don't have any creatures, which is definitely an issue, but I guess burn down the house is also kind of a creature. Okay. Well, there's Adeline. I mean, this worked out last time. Unfortunately, I don't have the buff to her toughness quite yet. And I think... yeah, I don't want to play Adeline here. So I think I'm just going to pass. Like, if they play something, I can just shoot it to switch off their Ecstatic Awakener. Alright, I'll take one, like, forever. I guess we can just cast Morning Patrol. That seems fine to do. Like, if they've got to flip the switch, I don't really care. I get it back later. There it is. Now, the problem with this is that if they eat the zombie with Ecstatic Awakener, then Moonranger Slash doesn't kill it, but Burn Down the House does. Yeah, okay. You know what? I think I might just take my 2-for-1 here. I would need another white to be able to play Adeline and leave up Flare of Faith, which I would really like to do, but I think I just kill these. It can be very tempting and limited to, like, wait for a better opportunity with a sweeper, but sometimes you just gotta take the 2-for-1. Alright, so I think now I can just go Festival Crasher and Famished Foragers. Maybe I just want to play Morning Patrol. Yeah, let's start with Morning Patrol so we can get the trigger on Foragers. Alright, I really want to hang on to these two, I think. But maybe it should be Slash. Considering I currently can't play both of these on the same turn, and I also have no humans in play, yeah, it's probably Flare of Faith. Really don't want to discard Adeline. I think it's just Foragers. Does make me sad, though. Okay, I don't mind a Perforator, but I think I can definitely send both. Unless they want to tap, which is also fine. Yep. Yeah, alright. Let's go Slash. Deal him 3 and stick Adeline. I guess I should have played Adeline first, because I would have made a 1-1 there. That was kind of dumb. But they're down to 2 cards, and it doesn't seem like they have anything. Alright, so I guess they can double block with Blood Tithe Collectors, so I don't really want to send Adeline. So I think I just play Perforator and pass. And I'm going to hold the land just in case I draw my Cathartic Pyre. No blocks. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be that. That is kind of... Oh, no. I'm going to hold the lands. Yeah, at this point, attacking doesn't do anything. I would just trade Adeline for Bat Whisperer, and they can just block the 1-1. Yeah, no attacks. Could not have casted a spell either way, so Component Collector gets to get me. Ouch. So I'm at 7. Play the land. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to block Bat Whisperer anyway. I feel like not attacking could not possibly win the game. But I don't really have much hope. We just drew a few too many lands and no way to get rid of them. The No Way Out was actually pretty good. It's possible that I should have just dumped the removal spells and kept the Foragers. But then, like, Blood Tithe Collector kind of sent that out the window, so it's not real clear. But obviously, whatever I've done here has not won the game. But drawing those 3 lands in a row was pretty terrible for me. Let's see, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, I mean, I drew a reasonable mix. It just wasn't quite enough spells. 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 spells and 9 lands. That's not nothing, actually. Alright, I mean, let's go for it. I wish this could be on Festival Crasher, but... get to 11 life here. He could do worse. And another land. Yeah, I mean, I'm at 5. I can go block, block, 2, 4, 5. We're dead. Alright, I do not have double white, which is definitely concerning with this. But it's got 2 removal spells into, like, Foragers into Griff. I think that's okay. There's my other white. That's nice. Alright, they're blue-black, so I don't know how much I care about that. Like, it's unlikely they're gonna have too many, like, vampire triggers, like life loss triggers. Homestead Courage is actually kind of sweet here. Deal you damage. They take it. And then I'm just going to leave up Pyre, I think. I probably need to kill this Interloper at some point. Okay. I think I just kill the Gale Drifter. And I can send my Perforator in again. And then I could play Foragers and Slash or something. Kind of wish I could play Foragers into, like, Ritual Guardian, but we just can't do that. I think they're going to block here. Yep. So maybe I just Foragers and Slash face. I actually kind of like that. Yeah, like, so much of their stuff just can't block. Wish I could play Griff this turn, but I think we're going, Homestead Courage on Perforator. Okay, and they pack it in. Wow. That felt better than the previous game. 2-1, let's go. The dude abides. We've got our Angel Fire Ignition, but all of our stuff is expensive. I think I'm going to keep it anyway. Just hope I draw something. Like, I have to believe that, like, Angel Fire Ignition on Soul Guide Griff is going to be pretty good. Alright. Drew a 2-drop. That's always good. Alright, so this is probably an obvious flip the switch. And I have Moonrager Slash in case of any shenanigans. So let's send. Like, I would definitely trade Perforator for Wrangler. And I'm just not going to cast anything. Okay, that's fine. I imagine they'll discard 2 Disturb guys. If I know anything about blue-white. Just 1. I'll take the damage. Okay. So I'm not willing to trade with that. So I might just want to slash it out of the way right now, as stupid as that seems. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yep, let's jam the Silversmith. And hit for 4. Right, I'm glad they played that now so that they can't snipe my ignition. This should be a pretty solid turn. Soul Guide Griff doesn't care if you deal damage. So I guess I'd like to play that and, like, snipe the Gale Drifter. Yeah, let's do that. We'll hold off. I could maybe have attacked with Silversmith first. They might not have blocked it. Oh, they too have Adeline, huh? That is concerning. Another land is nice. So we have 6 mana. We are actually really close to doing both halves of this. But I think I just play Cathars and Veteran. Let's see. Actually kind of really want to cast this. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that worked. But do I get to attack? Okay, I think I'm going to take my 7 damage here. Okay, that's fine. Then I'll play the Veteran. This will at least give me a blocker for, like, Adeline's 1/1. Okay. Ooh, there's mine. So they can tap anything I put Angel Fire Ignition on, but I can do this and Veteran. I think that's what I want to do. And they currently have the ability to exile Soul Guide Griff, which is kind of a problem. Yeah, otherwise it's Cathars and Veteran. Maybe that's the play. Yeah, it's just more mana efficient and puts more stuff in play. Let's do that. If they were going to exile Soul Guide Griff, they should have done it then. I gain a life now. No attacks. Yep, gain a life. Why not? Okay. Yep, block the 1/1. Take 3. That's pretty strong. Let's see what they milled. Vanquish the Horde? Interesting. Yeah, let's go Adeline. Let's go Angel Fire Ignition because she will gain haste. Oh, they didn't tap? I gained 8 life here, right? I'm definitely sending this. The question is, do I want to just send everything? I think I just send everything. I have no cards left. Like, if they can bounce it, I lose, but I kind of feel like with red-white, you've got to just go for it. Steal wins where you can. This could definitely be a losing line, though. Okay. Looks like they just messed up. That's lucky for me. Good game, the dude. Today, I am the dude, okay? This is not good. 5 lands. I think that's just too many. We have, like, Famished Foragers to maybe discard one, though. Yeah, fine, let's keep it. I don't really think this is a good idea, but you know what? We're red-white, we're 3-1, we're running hot, so you know what? It'll be just fine. There's a 1-drop right on time. By that, of course, I mean a full turn late, but that's okay. Fortunately, this doesn't even trigger foragers even if I attack with it, which is kind of sad. A hobbling zombie, you say, okay. So let's play the second red. That is more than enough lands, I would say. Play the silversmith. Send for 1. Okay, there's a rejuvenator. This might mean that Foragers is kind of off the table for right now, so why don't we just play Festival Crasher? And I think we'll pass. Maybe I want to tap Rejuvenator on their upkeep. Let's do that. That thing is annoying. But now we can send into it, so let's tap this. Send for 3. I will definitely make this trade if that's what they want to do. I guess I should have attacked both then. But I'm still going to play Foragers. Because I need to start discarding these lands. Oh dear. Don't know that we can beat that card, but we'll give it a try. Alright, there's Adeline. That doesn't hurt. Maybe I just play that? Probably just play it. Yeah, the ground is just going to be so gummed up. Alright, let's discard that. Yeah. I don't know if I want to tap 2 white there, but whatever. Okay, that's not bad either. I don't think I need to tap anything. Let's just play Cathars. But no attacks. Angel Fire Ignition could help me break through. It's probably not bad either, although I don't know what it does for me. So we'll just play Veteran. Like, maybe I'd like to kill Awakener? I can't kill Dawnheart Mentor. And I don't really have a great way of breaking up Coven here, right? They have 2, 3, 1, 0. So what could I do? I could send Adeline. They probably just block with Hobbling Zombie. And then I'd have to shoot it. And they just block the 1/1. That doesn't seem very good. Let's just pass. Alright, I feel like I want to tap something. Yeah, I'll take 2. Yep, there's another Rise of the Ants. Okay. Now the ground is locked up just forever. My turn. Discard that. We'll hang on to that to discard. In fact, let's just do it now. Yep, as I suspected, there was another land. I can't cast Slash, so we do want to tap something, so let's hit the Awakener again, I guess. It's a little hard for me to block. Oh, they're sending everything. Interesting. Okay, well. Boy, 4 times 3 is 12. That's quite a bit of damage. And they can add 3 somewhere else. So we do kind of need to block everywhere. Put this here, and then we'll go 1-3 here. And eat the wolf, and I don't really want to lose famished foragers. So how much is this? 12? So the most it could be is like 15. So they're probably going to pump the shredder. So maybe I should make sure that dies. I'm going to take a moment to think about this. Yeah, we'll just block like that. If we lose Adeline, like, we can't really attack with it anyway. Problem is they've still got everything, huh? Let's discard this land. Well, that could have been interesting if they weren't at 26. I think we can pack it in. Well, are we technically dead? I mean, we're at 4, right? They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attackers. I have 5 blockers, so 4 of them get through. So I guess I could slash, like, Awakener. So 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 17 damage here. That's so sad. I sincerely doubt I can live. Yeah, we'll go Festival Crasher there. This here. 3-3 here, 1-3 here, 1-1 here, and a 1-1 here. And that's 6? Okay. This looks pretty good to me. Ooh, burn down the house is interesting, but I think we're just gonna play normally. We have, like, a fairly reasonable curve into Adeline. That's pretty annoying. I think I'm playing Adeline anyway, though. Okay, that's fine. I sure wish I had a combat trick. So I'm definitely playing Morning Patrol here. See, Adeline would attack as a 4-4. If only I had a trick to protect her. Like, I could obviously tap and send Adeline, but that doesn't really get me anywhere particularly. Like, I can hit for 4. I think playing Morning Patrol is better, though. Okay, so they flipped that with the plan, obviously, to put a counter on it. But I can tap it, so why don't we just cast Ritual Guardian? Could actually cast 2 things and flip it back. Is that any good? Maybe, maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So they don't put the counter, which is nice. Yeah, that just happens. There's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, nothing can attack. Okay. At this point, I wonder if I should stop casting things and hope to win the game through burn down the house. The problem is they get a 1-2 and a 2-2. I get a 1-1 and a 2-1. It doesn't really get me that far ahead, but I think I'm going to stop casting things. The problem with that is it flips the Hound Tamer, but I can always tap it. But it can throw counters on other things, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, no tax. No blocks. All right. So let's tap the Broodweaver. Yeah, Burn Down the House won't work on Untamed Pup anymore. So I think I just make 3 1-1s and send everybody. Except for Trapper. I gain a ton of life. I don't know how good this is, though. Should I block? That would give me a flyer, like a 2-1 flyer. But, eh. Alright. Let's tap it. Gain a life. And they are at 7, which is pretty good for me. I don't think they can attack with Untamed Pup anymore. Sure. I'm kind of tempted to block that, but no. I think we're good. Okay, I'll discard my planes. And draw another planes, which is unfortunate. So they've got 3 blockers, which means I can only get in for 3. And let's see, they can activate Hound Tamer twice. I'm not going to cast anything this turn, so it's going to flip it. So it'll be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That would put me at 1. But if I send everything, I deal them a damage. They're at 6. They make 3 blocks. They take 3, so they're at 3. You know what? I'm going to send. I think there's no other way. Okay, I mean, this works for me. Hit them. Play Morning Patrol. Gain a life, end the turn. There's not much they can do about these devils. I think we got there. Ooh, that was a close one. All right, we're at 4-2, which is a pretty respectable run for red-white, I would say. I mean, if we can put one more together, we're in business. This hand is pretty bad. I really don't like 2 lands on the play. That's just like a very reasonable chance you will just die. Let's mulligan. Oh, no. Well, we have some seriously powerful cards, although I might just bottom burn down the house. And we'll just go all in on this veteran? Is that the plan? Maybe it's like Flare of Faith or Homestead Courage. I kind of hate bottoming this. That just seems so bad. All right, we're going to keep this hand. And so we're keeping Veteran, Angel Fire Ignition, and one of these two of these 3. I'm gonna do burn down the house. I just feel like it's gonna rot in my hand. That might be crazy. That might be absolutely wrong. If we just draw a bunch of lands, I'm gonna really regret that, probably. I think our hand is telling us to do this. Okay. And they can Silverbolt next turn, so we're going to Angel Fire Ignition this turn. Okay, that doesn't do it. Yep, they do that, and I'm kind of tempted to just Flare of Faith here. Because Moonrager Slash can go face. But Moonrager Slash costs 3. Kill both your creatures. Okay, they play the Bird Admirer. Let's Angel Fire Ignition again. Put him to 5. Alright, they've got a 6/5, but we can Flare of Faith. Yes, that would make it 10 power, and it would kill both. They have to block. Are we gonna win this way? This is nuts. Please don't have a Rise of the Ants. Okay. But I think I can win anyway, right? Oh my god, we beat a Rise of the Ants? That's nuts. Absolutely insane. Wow. Good game, Kitty Monkey. I am so happy right now. Let's go. All right, we're 5-2, and we just beat a Rise of the Ants. I'm on fire right now. Now I'm thinking trophy. Let's keep this. The mana's really good. And I think I'm just playing Trapper. Like, you could make the argument you don't want to play stuff and try to hit people with Burn Down the House, but because people have so many, like Disturb creatures and things like that, it just ends up not being a very good way to go about things. Well, there's an Adeline. I mean, they just have a blue and a white. I don't think they can stop me. Make a 1/1. Maybe we can run away with this. That's fine. Don't block anywhere, okay? The old flash them in and don't block. Okay, you get a 4/2. No block. And a Graph Keeper, okay. So let's see, that's 6, so we kind of have to Angel Fire Ignition here, right? Yeah, like if I just have 5, it's not good enough. I could aggro tap, but then I can't cast anything else. Okay. Yep, deal him a bunch of damage, put a counter on Unruly Mob, and get to keep the 1/1. That does seem good. Ooh, full price Search Party Captain? That's never a good sign. Does Burn Down the House just win the game? I mean, maybe I just I probably just Angel Fire Ignition, right? Because if I burn down the house, there's only going to be one other creature for Adeline. I don't think we need to do it yet. Yep. Attack for 10. 11. Put him to 1. Make my Unruly Mob a 4/4. And now burn down the house, making the 1/1s is just totally lethal. Yeah, it's not going to do it. They don't have lifelink anywhere, right? I mean, we can just send these 3. All right, wow, 6 and 2? I am flexing right now. All right, we're 6 and 2. This is our trophy game, and this hand is good. Unruly Mob and Adeline were kind of a combo last game. I didn't even really think about that too much. All right, blue-green, this will be tough. This will be tough. Blue-green is a very good archetype. Soul Guide Griff could come in handy. All right, so let's play Adeline. And I think I can send Lunarch Veteran. Like, if it dies, it puts a counter on Unruly Mob. And I do want to attack this turn. And I feel like the life gain is a little bit less important against blue-green. All right, let's throw some counters on there. Okay, playing the Drifter, that makes sense. Throwing the counter on it, but then they can't attack. Ooh, I like that. Unruly Mob is, of course, a human, so let's send it in. Perfect. All right, I was like, don't move a muscle. So let's see, I have 6, but I still think I want to take out these 2. I don't think I care about Larder Zombie. Then we'll play Lunarch Veteran. And then if they can't cast Winterthorn Blessing this turn, which is pretty likely, we can snipe it. Yes! Oh, we trophied! Wow, I can't believe it! All right, let's take a look at the deck to wrap things up. I cannot believe we trophied with this, but this is a very good version of red-white, and I think that's kind of instructive. Like, you'll hear a lot of people say things like, oh, red is the worst color in Midnight Hunt Draft, and that's true, but that doesn't mean that it's unplayable. That doesn't mean that just because you have a red-white deck, it's automatically bad. There is a such thing as a good deck, even in the worst archetype. It's just that, like, what people are talking about is, on average, your just average, like, common and uncommon red-white deck is gonna be worse than something like blue-green, where you have things like Eccentric Farmer and Organ Hoarder. And we saw that most of the time you can't beat Rise of the Ants, but we did manage to have, like, a perfect 2-burn spell and then attack for 7 win against it. But ordinarily, decks like this just can't beat cards like Rise of the Ants. Make 2 3/3s and gain 2 life, it's just too much. You can't ever deal with it with just one card. Except for maybe Burn Down the House, which was really, really good in this deck. And so between Burn Down the House, Angel Fire Ignition, and Adeline, those are all a very good reason to be red-white, but you need a lot of, like, powerful rares to make the whole thing work, I think. But that was really fun. I'm still just kind of I don't really know what to think. I was not expecting very much from this. I was pretty happy at 4-2, to be honest. But we got there, so I hope you had fun watching, and I will catch you at the next draft.